They say the house was silent when they found her. But I remember the noise, the kind that lingers long after it's over. The slow hum of the ceiling fan, the baby monitor blinking red, catching nothing but static, her phone buzzing on the floor, my name flashing on the screen. I didn't mean to call her that night. It was instinct, like I could rewind what already happened. The nursery smelled of paint and powder, a half-packed hospital bag on the chair, her shoes by the door, one turned, one straight. The police said I looked calm when I arrived. I was. You can't panic when you already know what they're about to find. I told them I came home to an empty crib. That wasn't a lie. I watched them work like an outsider, letting them piece together what I already knew. Every step they took, every question they asked, made the web tighter. Misplaced photos, time-stamped messages, a grocery receipt. They followed logic. I followed them. At first it was almost comforting, watching the detectives chase shadows, repeating the same mistakes I already anticipated. I noticed things they didn't. A smudge of lipstick on her mug. A coffee cup moved slightly from its usual spot. The hallway light switched off differently than I remembered. I stayed close, careful, calm. Logic battling the small, quiet pulse of panic inside me. Every clue, every observation, every whispered assumption of guilt, I cataloged it all. I had to. Not for them, for me. Then came the silence. The way people looked at me. The sudden sharpness of voices. The way her friends lingered on my words, as if testing them against something unseen. Fear grew around me like static in the air. It clung to my clothes, my skin, my thoughts. They didn't know. Not yet. But I knew. I replayed the events in my head, every step, every sound, every lie I'd told myself. It wasn't random. Nothing about that night was random. I could feel the weight of it, the premeditation in my own movements, the careful orchestration of absence, the quiet turning of life into evidence. I watched as the evidence surfaced, almost theatrically, like the universe conspiring to confirm my guilt. A hidden camera in the hallway, a recording of my last words to her. A note slipped under the door. Hers? Mine? It didn't matter anymore. I already knew the truth. The crime wasn't about greed. It wasn't about revenge. It was about control, about power, about what I could take and how quietly I could take it. The detectives had all the pieces. I watched them assemble the puzzle, unaware that the picture was already complete in my mind. I felt no triumph, only clarity. Justice didn't arrive in shouting or sirens. It arrived in documents, in recordings, in the precision of a timeline that made me untouchable. I let them think they caught me. I let them believe they had leverage. I fed them what they wanted. Small truths, the half-truths of a husband too composed to betray. When the final disclosure came, I was outside the room. The silence was louder than any scream, heavier than any accusation. They realized too late that the game had ended the moment it began. I didn't lose, not ever. Afterward, I walked alone through the house. Every shadow, every object, every faint smell of powder or paint reminded me that nothing is accidental. I felt nothing, no guilt, no relief, no joy. Only the precise clarity of what had been done and what could never be undone. The crib remained empty. The world moved on, and I moved with it. Justice was never about mercy. It was about knowing who holds the strings and never letting go.